Now, with the election less than a month away, many are speculating about the possibility of an eventual Kamala Harris presidency if the Biden-Harris ticket is elected. One America's Jack Posobiec has more.
Really excited to welcome to One America News. It's Nico House. You are an election integrity activist, you're a journalist, and you're someone who comes to politics from the left, but also, I would say, more of a populist kind of standpoint. Is that how you would describe it?
Yeah, 100%. I generally describe myself as a populist leftist because I feel like, progressivism means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And although I do have some progressive ideals, like with populism, it really reaches across the aisle, reaches across ideologies, and kind of centers the issues that really affect all of humanity right now, where we can't address issues that may be important to me or may be important to you until we address those.
Well, one thing that I definitely wanted to ask you about is we're going into this election season. I talk to conservatives all the time. I go out and I talk to, people in the Midwest, in Pennsylvania, Florida. But I said, you know what, I've got to talk to some people on the populist left to see what they think of the Biden-Harris ticket. So I just, kind of wanted to get your thoughts on that ticket and what they mean.
Man, it's disturbing. I'm not going to lie. After the Democratic Party looked us in the face and bragged about how diverse the Democratic primary field is, as they gaslit us and pretended as if they supported reparations and other issues that primarily center people of color and black people, they throw a literal segregationist in our face and someone who was known for locking up more black men than any other AG in California's history. For me personally, it's one thing when you are on the other side and you don't even pretend to try and want my vote. Like, that's maybe not the vote you're going after. But these people pretended as if they wanted my vote specifically, pretended as if they were going to center black people and put them at the front of the Democratic Party and their policies. And yet you put forth the man who authored the '94 crime bill and refused to apologize for it. The same man who in the Senate in a speech said that he didn't want his kids growing up in a racial jungle, and is pretending like this isn't a huge part of his history. And then of course Kamala, who attacked him during the debate on this part of his history, to pretend like it doesn't exist just to further her own career, is equally bothersome.
Is there a chance, is there a play possibly in the works to kind of make Kamala either the de facto president, or maybe if something happens, to make her president?
No, I actually think that is the play. Actually, Biden made it very clear where he said that the person who takes over as VP, or the person who he nominates as VP, needs to be ready to be president on day one. Like, he said that. Obama said that in a call with a bunch of donors. So they're anticipating the person, whoever becomes VP, is going to be the president. Either it's during Obama's or Biden's administration, the first iteration, or potentially whoever comes next if they do win that election. And that's kind of scary for me because, if they win this, then you basically have a Kamala Harris administration. But because she didn't run for office and win the nomination, she could potentially, the worst case scenario, have 3 years as president, then run again, and then run again. We could be stuck in a perpetual neoliberal nightmare that we didn't elect, basically.
Why didn't she win the nomination?
Well, to be frank, because Tulsi Gabbard exposed her, using the information that activists on the ground investigated and put out there. And Tulsi really just exposed information that other Democratic primary candidates should have been exposing, but for some reason chose not to. She never recovered from it, because when Tulsi was asking her why she kept an innocent man in jail, when Tulsi asked her why she laughed about smoking marijuana after throwing hundreds of thousands of innocent people in jail, Kamala never really answered the question. She instead started deflecting to Assad. And it didn't sit well with people.
Nico House, where can people follow you, find you, and get more access to your work?
You can find me on Twitter at Nico, NIKOCSFB. You can also find me on Rockfin, which is an alternative platform for people that may be fans of Jimmy Dore and others, ROKFIN.com/Nico, and of course on YouTube as well. And you can go to my website, theindependent.io/MCSC Network.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.